Hi, everyone. Today I want to share something I think all of us deal with in one way or another. Stress. How I handle it, how I calm myself down, and how I manage my day when life feels a little heavier than usual. Stress is something I used to think I had to fight, something I had to ignore or push through. But the more I grew, the more I learned that stress isn't something to fight. It's something to understand and something to respond to in a healthier way. These days, the first thing I do when I feel stressed is simply notice it. I try not to judge myself. I don't tell myself, "Why are you like this?" or "You shouldn't feel stressed." Instead, I just say, "Okay, you're stressed. That's what's happening." Just noticing it takes some of the pressure away. It makes me feel less overwhelmed and more grounded. When I feel stress building up, my breathing becomes shallow, my shoulders tense, my mind starts racing. So one of the first things I do is slow my breath. Nothing dramatic, just a slow inhale, a slow exhale. It's simple, but it resets my body and helps my mind slow down too. Another thing that helps me is stepping away for a moment. Not escaping, just stepping away, getting water, going to the bathroom, looking outside the window, changing rooms, taking a short walk, moving even a little helps me interrupt the stress cycle. Sometimes I don't need a break, I need clarity. Stress often comes from feeling like everything is too much, too many tasks, too many thoughts, too many expectations. So I sit down and write everything out. Not to-do lists, not plans, not goals. Just whatever is in my mind. A simple brain dump. And the moment I see it on paper, it feels less scary. More manageable, more clear. Another way I deal with stress is breaking things into smaller pieces. If a task feels heavy, I don't try to finish it. I just try to start it. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. One tiny action. That's enough. Doing a small part makes the big thing less intimidating and less stressful. I've also learned that my environment affects my stress level. A messy space makes my thoughts feel messy too. So sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, I clean a small area. My desk, a corner of my room, a drawer. It takes only a few minutes, but the difference it makes is huge. When my surroundings feel calm, my mind feels a little calmer too. Another thing that helps me is talking to someone I trust. Not for advice, not for solutions, just to say out loud, "I'm stressed today." Hearing myself say it makes it feel real, and sometimes that alone brings relief. And when someone listens without trying to fix everything, it makes me feel supported, not pressured. Sometimes I deal with stress by doing something completely different, like watching a short video, listening to music, making tea, stretching my body, doing a small chore. It helps my mind reset and gives me a mental break from whatever was weighing on me. On days when stress feels heavier, I try to check in with myself a little more deeply. I ask, "What do you need right now?" Maybe I need rest. Maybe I need food. Maybe I need movement. Maybe I need silence. Or maybe I just need a moment where no one expects anything from me. Stress often happens when I'm not listening to my needs. So listening becomes the first step to feeling better. I also remind myself that stress is not a personal failure. It doesn't mean I'm weak. It doesn't mean I'm doing something wrong. It just means I'm human. And humans get overwhelmed. That's normal. Another thing I do is lower the pressure I put on myself. When I'm stressed, I scale things down. Tasks become smaller. Expectations become gentler. I don't try to be productive. I try to be steady. Steady is enough. Steady keeps me going without burning out. I've also learned that rest is not a reward. Rest is maintenance. Rest is part of the process. So when I'm stressed, sometimes the best thing I can do is pause, lie down for 10 minutes, close my eyes, breathe, let my mind reset. And I've realized that the more I allow myself to rest, the faster my motivation comes back. Another way I deal with stress is staying away from things that make it worse. Like checking my phone repeatedly, scrolling for too long, reading negative comments, comparing myself to others online. All of that makes stress louder. So I put my phone away. Even for a little while. I turn off notifications, I simplify my space, I give myself permission to disconnect just enough to breathe. Another thing that helps is focusing on what I can control. Stress often comes from things that feel uncertain, but not everything needs an answer right away. Not everything needs to be solved today. So instead of thinking about everything at once, I choose one thing, just one thing I can do now. Everything else can wait. That single shift brings so much peace. And sometimes I deal with stress by changing my environment, going outside, sitting in the sun, walking in fresh air. Changing the scenery helps my brain relax and pushes the stress away bit by bit. Sometimes the best thing I can do is talk to myself kindly. Stress is louder when I speak to myself harshly. But when I say, "It's okay, you're doing your best," something inside me softens. I feel more capable, more grounded, more human. And something else I learned is that stress doesn't disappear instantly. It fades slowly as I take care of myself moment by moment. One breath, one small action, one calm thought. Stress might be part of my life, but it doesn't control my life. I get to choose how I respond. I get to choose the pace I move in. I get to choose which thoughts I hold on to and which ones I let go. And when I choose gently, my stress becomes softer too. So that's how I deal with stress. I breathe, I slow down, I return to myself, I do one small thing, I adjust my expectations, I create space, I take breaks, I show myself grace. And I remind myself that stress is temporary and I'm allowed to take things slowly. Thank you for listening today. I hope this made you feel a little less alone in your own stressful moments. And I hope you remember that you deserve calm and you deserve care, even on the hard days. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and have a peaceful day.